Greetings, everyone. It is Dynasty Mirror Search for Uhuru. Thank you so much for joining us. As we always do before we get started, guys, make sure you go to dynastymirror.com. Again, make sure you go to dynastymirror.com. While you're there, buy The Sun Loves Me. This is my first children's book, okay? This was my first children's book, okay? My first one. So if you're watching this, okay, you have to go and support and buy a book or buy a shirt, buy some merchandise. Now we're always talking about tangibles and everything else. It's me at least when you guys contribute, I at least have some tangibles. I have books, I have the shirts, I have some more announcements coming this week or we're already in Sunday. Tiffany, it's already almost October.
I know. This year, what?
It's already October.
Has gone so fast. I know.
Yeah. So, guys, Great African, thank you, brother. If you have not, Great African, I think you sent your picture in with your child holding the book. If not, please take a picture and send it in. I would appreciate that, Great African. I appreciate that, brother. So, guys, make sure you go buy some merch, some books. Also, join the email list when you're at dynastymirror.com. Again, please join the email list. Like, share, and subscribe to the content. Again, like, share, and subscribe to the content. We would really appreciate your guys' support. And then become a monthly Patreon. Patreon.com, search for Uhuru. Again, patreon.com, search for Uhuru. Bawoni, Ekabo, Fafumalao, Ekabo, Egbonmi. Yeah, so what's that? Patreon. There we go. Patreon.com, search for Uhuru. Become a monthly Patreon. Shout out to Hold Up Sism with the super chat, brother. Thank you so much for contributing to the church. Thank you for contributing to the church, everybody. Without further ado, we have a special guest on with us today. Miss Tiffany Okafor. Okafor.
You can say it. Let it flow out the Okafor.
I got Okafor.
See, there you go.
There you go. On with us today, all the way from beautiful Tanzania. Tanzania is hot right now. I had the traveling sister on. I see the young sister Tiffany doing her thing over there. Pete O'Neill and his wife, they the pioneers. Also, I don't know if you know, Tiffany, Jackie Robinson, the baseball player, his brother has a big coffee farm. Or is it coffee beans he does, or what does he do? Something in Tanzania.
Okay, cool.
North of outside of Arusha.
Okay, gotcha.
So shout out to Diaspora Channel in the chat room in Dessa, Koroma, our Minde, Sierra Leone sister. I don't know my sister's Minde, but Sierra Leone sister. Shout out to her. Guys, I will be back on the continent in November. Sierra Leone, Cote d'Ivoire. If this election stuff isn't crazy, I'm going to go to Cote d'Ivoire and I'll be in Niger. So Moade. Hold on, let me see. I'm working on my Yoruba. Mo Ade Niger ni November. Who's calling me? Okay, I'll call them back. Yeah, so let me tell them I'll call back. So so I'll be in Nigeria hopefully end of November, early December, everybody. So I'll be back on the continent. Also, too, guys, I'll go ahead and announce it. Sierra Leone April tour. I'm going to officially announce it tomorrow, but to let you guys know, Sierra Leone. April for Independence Day that week. We're doing a tour. So I was going to ask that, your last name, that's a Ghanaian last name too.
My last name?
Somebody
else told me that.
Yeah. We had a sister on here with the same last name, and I said Igbo Kwenu. She's like, no, I'm Ghanaian.
For real? Yeah. Somebody asked me originally, like, are you Ghanaian? And I was like, no, I'm Nigerian. They're like, well, are you sure you're not Ghanaian? And I'm like, I'm sure. I'm Nigerian. I did not know that. I didn't know that at all. Yeah.
So guys, today's topic, Sister Tiffany is in Tanzania. She told me you left. When did you leave? In July?
In July, yes, the beginning of July.
She told me. She said, I'm dipping. I'm out. I'm going to Tanzania. She said, I'm selling everything. And did you sell everything?
I did. I mean, I sold,
Which is
yeah,
good.
I sold
Which is good. You
everything.
know, it's good. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and how many briefcases did you take? How many suitcases did you take with you?
I only took 4 with me, and they
Only
were
four.
pretty small. Oh, I say only 4 because only one of them was large. The rest of them were small. Like I had a large suitcase full of like clothes and towels and washcloths, and then I had
Mhm.
like a a suitcase full of books, a suitcase full of stuff like this that I need in order to be able to do videos. So yeah, everything got here safely. So I'm
Mhm.
grateful. Yeah.
Yeah, so she is on with. Oh, guys, get the Africa is the Now shirt. Go to dynastymirror.com. Get the Africa is the Now shirt. Thank you, everybody. So let's just do some more. Do some more.
Are you
Yeah, I'm double tasking. I'm streaming. I got my son.
in
I'm double
school?
double tasking. Yeah,
I
do
see.
a little bit more. Master, do a little. Why you got? Okay, sorry. Okay, okay, do Prodigy. Okay, guys, sorry about that. So just walk us through. You were in LA. You
Mhm.
sang. You was a singer. You sang. You sang.
Uh-huh.
Model. Master, you shaking the table, son.
Yeah.
You can't shake the table. Daddy needs the table to be still. Don't shake the table, son, please. Thank you. All right, you sang. You modeled.
Mhm.
You was in LA. Then you okay. Let's start off with LA. Like, tell us.
Okay. Started from Monday. Okay.
Okay, my day. Okay, that is odd day. Okay, sorry, but yeah. So you in LA. I was in LA at one time chasing that Hollywood dream.
Mhm.
It ended up being like a Hollywood nightmare, but with corporate America. But that's another story. I shared that before. But
Yeah.
so let's start there. Let's break that down. And then while you were in LA, did you
Mhm.
ever consider relocating to Africa while you were in LA?
While I was in LA.
Hold on, one second.
Um,
Master, the table, son. Master, go in another room, please. Thank you. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
that's all good. So LA, we talked about this before where like in LA, that's where I felt like I experienced like a lot of racism.
Me too.
Um, yeah, I remember a whole different kind of racism because it was, I guess you call it subversive. It just wasn't like in your face, like kind of how it is. Because I was raised in the South, and I feel like racism in the South is more like it's in your face. Like I grew up in a town where um, the railroad track still to this day like separates the races. Like black is on this side of the railroad track and white is on this side of the railroad track. So in school and everywhere I went, the kind of racism that I was used to was just like in your face. Like, but when I got to LA, it was more of like a smile in your face, but we hate you because of your skin is popping,
Right.
kind of thing. I experienced that a lot. And when I was there, no, at the time, it wasn't something that I was like, oh, okay, I'm tired of this. I'm going to move to Africa. It wasn't even like a conscious thought in my mind, but I feel that it was something that was just kind of like brewing because honestly, I feel that LA sort of prepared me for Tanzania. I know that might sound odd, but Tanzania reminds me of LA in a lot of ways.
How?
Um,
How?
I would say because this place is different though. It's different. Like the shell is similar, but the insides are different. So LA was a place where I first recognized that like that culture is just like people don't say things like in a blunt way. They just don't. That's not the culture of LA. That is also not the culture from what I've experienced so far here in Tanzania. That's not the culture. This is a very peaceful country. Now in LA, it's different because everybody is there on some Hollywood stuff.
Right.
Here, it's just like a very peaceful place. It's not a country that has experienced like civil wars and all that kind of stuff. So people hint to things more than they just say things bluntly. They
Right.
do. They're trying to be nice. That's like the whole culture. It's like nice, peaceful. People will do everything they can to try to hint to you what's going on, but might not always say it in a very like blunt and direct way like we might be used to if we're from the South.
Right.
So So yeah, no, the thought never came when I was in LA. I experienced what I experienced in LA, and then I moved back to my home state of North Carolina for about a year and a half, and that's where everything started to change for me. Really, I didn't know at the time, but when I look back on it now, going back to North Carolina for me helped me to really be able to understand a lot of the cycles that were in my life. You know, a lot of the origins of where that stuff came from. Because when I went back to North Carolina, I got to know my adult family, like my aunts and my cousins, like as an adult, as opposed to as a child, because I hadn't lived in North Carolina since I was like 7 in college, in undergrad. So yeah, so
Where'd you go to undergrad at? Sorry to cut you off. Where'd you go to undergrad?
UNC Chapel Hill, Tar Heels in the building, or at least this one Tar Heels in the building.
Okay, guys, make sure you hit that like button again. Hit that like button. All right, so you're in North Carolina, and you say, you know what? I'm gonna make that jump. I'm dipping.
Yeah.
Like, can you share with us the preparation, and how did your family receive you saying that, hey, I'm out?
Mm-hmm. Well, my siblings, I told my siblings in the very beginning, because I knew that they know me like to my core. And it didn't surprise my siblings at all. One of them, my brother, he was like, you about to do what? You about to move to where? Where are you moving? Don't you feel like that's a little drastic? Excuse me. But my sisters, they were like, they understood, because they get me fully, and they were super supportive, and they were like, and they know, because they know me, that whatever it is I decide I'm going to do, I'm going to do it. And that's kind of the end of it. So they were very supportive. My siblings were really supportive. I did not tell my entire family before I left. I did not, because for me, this is like a decision that was scary. It was like around this time last year when I was in North Carolina, and I like felt like I heard like a calling, like, yo, you need to go to Africa. And I was like, huh? Me? I need to go to Africa? Because I'm Nigerian, but I was born in the United States. So I wasn't necessarily thinking that I was that I would be the best person to go, that I knew what I was doing, that I knew anything about it. And so I basically started to do a little bit of research about what it took to move there, what other African Americans who moved were facing. And I was watching videos from like every single person I could find who had lived or who had moved to the continent, to really understand the mindset. Because for me, that was the most important thing, because I know that for me, like if I understand the culture, if I understand the people, understand my mind, ways of thinking that will help me, then I'm going to be able to succeed in that place. And so really that's what I was like looking and listening for, was all the little things that they hinted at or kind of made known that was something you need to be prepared for. Yeah.
Why? Okay, before you left for Africa, what countries have you visited in Africa?
This is my first time here on the continent.
Okay, yes. Wow. So you never even visited before you came?
I'm one of those ones that just moved. Yes. That's how I feel. Mm-hmm.
So why Tanzania? No, because I mean, I'm like, I'm just like, wow. I mean, you didn't, like, you just said, forget it, I'm out.
Yeah, I did. It was something that I trusted. Like because I feel like I was called by my ancestors, and I trusted that. I was a little scared, because how can somebody receive a calling to go to a continent that they've never even been to before? How sway? But I just learned, like, throughout the course of my life, that I have to listen to whatever this inner voice, my ancestors, like, I have to listen to that. And so I just trusted it. And also, just from looking around with everything that was going on with Corona, it seemed like it was a perfect time to leave. Like, things just didn't feel weird. Things felt weird and didn't feel comfortable for me. So it just felt like the right move. And so I just left.
All right. So what is the energy telling you in regards to, I guess, Corona? Yeah, the energy. In regards to Corona and America, like what is the energy telling you, like the future? Like, can you see that? Like, you got your Swami situation on, so
listen, you coming to a whole lot of conclusions right now. I haven't this because I'm growing my third set of locks, and in the beginning they kind of do what they want to do, and they're doing that today on this day. So that's what this is about right here. This is for beauty. Okay. But what was the question again? Remind me. I'm sorry, I lost train of thought.
Like the energy, like what energy are you getting in regards to like, and this is kind of off topic, but it has to do with moving to Africa. But okay, but we're gonna circle back. Like, what energy are you getting in regards to COVID, the future of America, you know, election season? That's where we're at. Like, what are you sensing?
What I was sensing when I was there was just like chaos and urgency. That's what I felt. Like I felt like I had to go fast, but I didn't necessarily know why. I'm not a person that studies, you know, quote unquote. I say quote unquote because they're not always theories, but quote unquote conspiracy theories in depth. But it was just a feeling for me, like an inner knowing, something that was like, girl, we've been telling you to go, but now it's really time to go. I don't know. I can't say that I know exactly what the future holds. I do have, you know, people around me who know, but me, no. I'm just flowing in a day by day. That's what I'm doing, and I feel that this for me and who I am, being on this continent, is the place that I'm supposed to be here and forevermore. If that's what's yeah. Right, there you go.
Shout out to LT for the super chat. You can pick anywhere on the continent to live on, as in East African, West Africans are welcome, or any other Black persons from anywhere. One love, one people.
I love that. I love that.
And guys, make sure you hit that like button. Again, guys, hit that like button. Don't be stingy with the likes, people. Please hit that like button. So why now you have so you have you're Nigerian, Nigerian background, Nigerian. Why not Nigeria? Why Tanzania?
I wouldn't say it's like an either or. I don't really. I'm in Tanzania right now, but I don't. I just feel like the entire continent is my home, you know, and I'm just gonna move as I see fit throughout the continent. So it's not like I chose Tanzania over Nigeria. Nigeria, my family is in Nigeria, so I'm going to Nigeria as well. It's just that first, in the very beginning, I knew that I just needed to get to the continent. And for me, I'm always looking for what's the easiest way to do things. Okay. And at the time, Tanzania was like the easiest country to get into. And I know, and like I said, I felt an urgency. And that when I came, it was super easy to get here. And so that is the core of why I'm in Tanzania first.
That's it. Shout out to Fafu Malal. Tiffany, are you a Sagittarius or other fire sign?
No, I am. You know, that's interesting. Who said that? I want to know. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Sagittarius is my rising sign. We're talking about tropical astrology, but I'm a Libra. That's my sun sign. But yeah, Sagittarius rising out here in these streets. Who are you, and how did you guess that? Let me know.
All right. So your parents, like your mom, what did she say? What did she say when you left? Like, what did she say? Like,
well, my mom is now an ancestor.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. I apologize. Yeah.
No, it's all good.
Okay. Yeah. Shout out to Pan Africanism Strikes Back. If you don't like the video, you ain't on code. Tell them, Brandon. Thank you, brother. Thank you. All right. So you're in Tanzania. How has the transition been? Because I've been to Tanzania. Tanzania was the first country I went to on the continent. So how has the transition been? Like, how's Tanzania?
Tanzania is beautiful. Tanzania is peaceful. And those are like the two of the most important things for me, I think, in first getting here to this continent. I had luckily, not luckily on purpose, reached out to other people, other YouTubers who are here to make sure that I had a sort of community when I came. And so it was nice, like getting off the plane, seeing faces that I knew, and sort of having people just guide me and help me, along the way in the very beginning, because you do need a lot of help because, you know what I'm saying? English is not the national language. Swahili is. And I know a little bit of Swahili, Kidogo. You know what I'm saying?
Yambo.
You know what? Somebody told me that all the different jambos, that's something that like people will say to tourists, because that's what tourists know more of. Mostly when you're here and you see people will say, like, same age. Like if I saw you, I'd be like, Mambo, and you'd be like, Poa, which is basically like, what's up?
Mm.
I'm fine. Mambo, Poa. Yeah.
Okay.
Did I answer your question in full? Please let me, because I will circle back if I didn't.
Circle back to what?
I said, did I answer your question in full?
No, you did. You did. You did.
Okay.
So, any adversity since you've been in Tanzania? Like, as far as like, in fact, where in Tanzania are you staying? Where are you? Are you just bouncing around? Like, where are you?
In the beginning, I was, but now I'm in. But
so
now I'm in. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I'm in Dar es Salaam, and I wouldn't say that I face any abnormal adversities. I mean, I feel like the biggest adversity is just like the adjustment phase and allowing yourself to heal. You know, I feel like that's really important for anybody that's moving to the continent, just because this is my own experience and the experiences of other people that I've spoken to. When you get here, and especially if this is your first time being here and you're moving here, because it's different when you're visiting versus like you're moving here. It's just a whole different energy, I feel. You have to really give yourself time to adjust, because you're going to see things that you've never seen before. You're going to experience yourself in a way that you've never experienced before, which was the case with me. Like, for me, this is like the first time that I really saw my privilege as an American, because I never really identified so much with the word American, you know, and kind of grappling with what that means, you know, to be here and to be an American. Yeah, it takes a lot of adjustment, I think. Mm-hmm.
Okay. What? So are you like? I know I'm being kind of nosy, but I'm not trying to be nosy. Like, are you in an Airbnb? You got your own apartment? Like, how's this? Like your Wi-Fi. Your Wi-Fi looks your Wi-Fi is very strong, by the way.
But y'all hear the subtle like shade in that right there, a little subtle.
No. I'm not shading.
I'm playing.
Folks, I love how people in Africa that repatriated, but sometimes that Wi-Fi just be, you know.
Hey, it's true. You know, I thought about it. I was like, what if the power goes out like while we're on this live? That would be like so embarrassing. But yeah, I have my own place now. I took like 2 months to find a place, because I had to find something that felt kind of like me. You know?
Yeah. Like how much? I'm trying not to be too nosy. Like, what do you have? Like a 2-bedroom? How much are you paying? Like, I just.
Those questions are too personal, I feel, to answer on here. But if you are looking to give information to people who are wanting to live here, price range, what I can say is I looked at a lot of apartments and I looked at a lot of houses. You can find like a 3-bedroom house here for like paying under $1,000 US, under $1,000 US, and that's like a fancy house. You can find
like
something
nice. That's nice. Like it's nice,
super nice, brand new built, 3 bedrooms, like kitchen, sitting room. You know, like what they call the living room, and even I saw some that had patios, 3 bedrooms and a patio for like around. I've seen some that are like older be around $500, $600 a month, all the way up to about $1,000 a month, and that's for a 3-bedroom house. You can, and those are for nice ones. You know what I'm saying? You can find ones that are like on American standard, I would say, like super clean, super new, all that stuff. But you can find older houses for less than that. You can find 3-bedroom houses for like $400, $500, $600.
Are they nice though? Like, are they decent? Like.
The nice, I mean, it's that same thing. Like you get what you pay for. So the more you pay, the nicer it's gonna be. The more like it will look like what you're used to in the United States. The more you pay.
Now, do you miss America at all?
At the moment, no. But there are some snacks that I do miss. Okay,
like what? Like what? Cheez-Its, crack, Doritos. Like, what are you missing?
No. I'm just glad you didn't say Funyuns. Let me stop. I'm just playing. No hate to Funyuns. You know. But no, it's this stuff called sun butter. It's sunflower seed butter, and it's so delicious. And you can't buy that here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to learn how to make it by myself. You can't buy other stuff like almond butter and like cashew butter and all that stuff, but not the sun butter. I miss that. You know, the other day I had a craving for hot Cheetos. You know what I'm saying? Just like little random stuff. Huh?
You said hot Cheetos.
I said hot Cheetos. I did. They're not the healthiest thing, you know. They're not the healthiest thing, but like when you have a craving for something and you know you can't get it, sometimes you just crave it even more. So yeah. But I'm doing good on that front. Like as there's so much stuff to eat, so many other things to eat that I'm good. I'm really good.
Yeah,
And I
because
miss my family, of course.
all right, so
Seeing them in person.
I'm gonna put you on something. So you spent some time in Stone Town in Zanzibar.
Not yet. I'm
You
going
ain't been to
soon.
Zanzibar yet?
Very soon. Have you been to Morogoro though? Have you been to Morogoro?
Oh, okay.
That's
Go ahead. Tell me about this
that's
place. Where's this
okay.
at? Where's this at?
Morogoro is Morogoro is like 5 hours away from here, and it's so freaking beautiful. If you want to know more about my experience there, I have videos up on my channel about it.
Watch your channel.
YouTube.com/Tiffany Okafor. All right.
YouTube.com.
Morogoro. My first and last name. That's it. Super simple. You know what I'm saying? YouTube.com/the name that you see right there. But yeah, Morogoro is just this like beautiful mountainous place, and it's not super busy. It's pretty quiet, but there's still like a lot of stuff to do. And I hiked up this mountain, met this Rastafarian man who like gave me fresh fruit and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Was riding motorcycles up the mountain. And it's just like it's waterfalls. Like it's just beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. But Zanzibar to me seemed like a place to go with people to like party, you know what I'm saying? So I had to wait till I had the appropriate people to party with, and like I'm saying,
No. Every time you don't party. It's not really. You could go. You could travel solo dolo. Yeah, you could travel solo dolo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could, but I felt like it was more like it would be more fun to go with people. So the people have arrived, and we're going very soon. So yeah.
Okay. Fafa Malal says she's coming to visit. You don't have a choice.
She's coming to visit. Okay, girl. Look, bring me some sun butter, and I also need
But
some.
she's in Ghana. She's in Ghana. So I don't know if they got sun butter in Ghana.
She's in Ghana. Dang.
But I'm due a trip to East Africa, to Tanzania.
Oh, okay.
But it won't be the next year. But it won't be the next year, probably.
Next year. Okay. So I'm gonna have a whole list of things that I'm gonna need you to bring when you come.
Just meet me at the airport. Meet me at Julie's night. The airport. Did they redo the airport? Is the airport new now?
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't be able to say because that was my first time in there, but it was nice. I had a great experience coming in. It was smooth sailing for me, and it was nice.
Because when I flew in there in 2011, 2012, it was suspect. It was very
suspect. But you got there safely though, right?
Yeah, I got there and everything's cool. But it was just, yeah.
Was it looking at LA's airport, LAX? Because that's a raggedy airport.
By far, Julius Nyeri was worse at the time. But I'm hoping, they renovated because there was no AC. I had to stand in passport control to get my visa on arrival. But I loved it, man. I still love the experience. I still love it. When I walked out, the first time in Africa, 2011, I walked outside.
Yeah.
I was outside. I was like, I made it.
Yeah.
I made
It's
it.
I feel like people don't even know. Like when you step off the plane and you get here, it's almost like you went through a portal, yo. Like that's how I feel. Yeah. You went through a portal, and there's like all this stuff that happens where it's like all the shit that don't need to be inside of you, especially if you're a person that's like conscious of it, like just sort of pushes its way up out of you, and it's an interesting process. I'm telling you. Just when I thought she was deep, she off-code the GMO cravings. Hey, you can have a craving and not indulge. That's on code, bro. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I could have been got somebody to send me some hot Cheetos over this way, but I haven't. I've been eating oranges and bananas and all the fruit because it tastes better.
Everybody is complimenting you on your beauty. Not your booty, but your beauty. Not your booty, but your beauty.
Y'all are so very nice. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Shout out to my mom and dad. If I didn't choose them, I wouldn't look like this. Okay, Sister Two, you already. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Y'all, Ra Akan. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Thank you. You look kind of fine up in your picture too. Well, let me
Shout out to
Let me
Carlos.
stop.
Guys, hit that like button. Again, hit the like button. We have almost 300 people watching. Don't be stingy with the likes, man. I swear, why do I have to ask y'all to hit the like button? Hit that like button.
Hit the
Yeah,
like
and then make sure
button.
you go to dynastymirror.com. Go to dynastymirror.com and get your books if you haven't yet in your shirts. So we're gonna open up. Oh, in fact, let me put your link in the chat room. Bam. So guys, if you haven't subscribed to Sister Tiffany, please do that. And then guys, if you want to call in and ask your question, again, if you want to call in and ask your question, go to Uhuru at searchforuhuru.com. Uhuru at searchforuhuru.com. Uhuru at searchforuhuru.com, everybody. Make sure you go there, everyone. I'm sorry, send me an email. Email me at uhuru at searchforuhuru.com. Again, email me at uhuru at searchforuhuru.com. The email's in the chat room. Send me an email, and I will forward you the link. And you can ask Miss Tiffany Okafor any question that you want. Any question.
Yeah. Ask me anything. Call me now. Call me now.
Yeah, so there you go. My email is in the chat room. Send an email. Send me an email and I will send you the link. Again, email me and I will send you the link. Because y'all be like, hey, man, how I call in? And, you know, I got to repeat myself 50 million more times. Unless you're new. Now, if you're new to the chat, then, okay. If after I give the call-in instructions, if you're new, then I understand. But some of y'all have been in the chat since the beginning, and I say, give you the instructions. And you ask me 20 times, hey, how do I call in? What's the number? No. Email me. I will email you the link. All right. So, man, but Tiffany, when you go to Zanzibar, best seafood you'll ever have in your life for cheap. They got it's called a Zanzibarian pizza.
Okay.
Zanzibarian pizza.
All right. What's on that? Let me know.
All types of seafood.
Okay.
Seafood just all types of seafood. I can't even. There's all types of just exotic seafood from the Indian Ocean and over in there.
Okay. But it's on a piece of crust.
I don't know, but it's delicious. Now,
is it on?
Okay, if you gluten free, I can't help you. Like you just gonna have to just eat the pizza. Now, if you gluten free, you still gonna have to eat the pizza. Just that be your cheat day. Are you gluten free? Is that the saying, or is that how you? Okay,
no, I'm not gluten free.
Yeah, if you eat Cheetos, if you eat Cheetos, then you good. Yeah.
I mentioned one thing with the Cheetos. Now everybody want to get on me for those Cheetos. That's like a cheat meal. I'm sorry. It's a hood snack. It's a hood snack.
Yeah, so go get your Zanzibarian pizza. If you go to stay at Stonetown Bed and Breakfast. That's where I stay when I used to go.
You said don't stay there or do stay there?
Oh, stay there. That's where I used to stay. Stonetown Bed and Breakfast. When I was in Zanzibar. And listen, they got this blueberry scone. It's a blueberry scone for breakfast. And their food, like falafel, something like that. Like I said, I have to make a trip to East Africa. It'll probably be next year.
I see. But you never eat a lot of bread and gluten and stuff to be all cut up. Let us know. You eat a lot of bread and all this kind of stuff to be sitting over there so cut up.
I got a mommy and dad. Mommy and dad.
Okay, gotcha. It's the genes. All right.
Yeah. So in fact, I might. Man, I might have to come.
Now he's flexing. Y'all see this? I said he cut up. Boy, he put his arms up. He like, see how cut up I am. Okay, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. Flex on him. Let us see. Ain't that right, ladies? Let us see.
No, I was like, I was gonna say, like, I'm due a trip to Tanzania.
Come through. Pull up.
Like, I'm due a trip. Let's see here. Guys, if you want to call in and ask a question, Uhuru at searchforuhuru.com, Uhuru at searchforuhuru.com. Now, how are you? Like, what are you doing as far as income wise? Because that's the question. Like, people want to know, how are you?
Yes, people have asked me that question a whole lot too, and I've been like, "Where y'all been? Okay, where y'all been?" You can go to tiffanyOkafor.com and buy my best-selling book, Bitchy. I am also a life and success coach, so you can sign up for your coaching sessions. I just help people find peace. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Help people find peace of mind. There's a lot of science and strategies behind that. So if you're into that kind of thing, if you're not at peace right now, you know you need it and you vibe with me. That's what I do to sustain myself and to make money. So go to the channel, go to Amazon, buy the book, and go to the website and support. You can also donate. My Cash App is my name, Tiffany Okafor. That's how I make my money. Same way I always have. Not
Now,
always have, the same way I was.
Like, so you're in Tanzania. Have you like set up a bank account yet? Can you do that? Like, can you?
Yes, you can set up a bank account, and I've spoken to a few different people about that. Some who have and some who haven't. The bank account is useful mostly when you are making a large purchase because you still have to like connect your US bank account to this bank account if you're not making your money. You know, for those of us who work online and we're making our money in the United States, that will require you connecting your US bank account to a bank account here in Tanzania. So it's only like really useful when you're making a big purchase, like you're buying a house or you're renting a house or renting an apartment or something like that. Yeah, so some people do it and some people don't. You definitely don't have to, but you can. Donna sees his prey. Am I the prey, son? What in the world?
All right, Tiffany Anderson asked, how much did you save prior to coming, roughly?
I mean, honestly, that just depends on your lifestyle. Like there are people who come here, like you said Traveling Sister Cat was on your channel. I know when she came here, her apartment, her first apartment in Arusha, I think was equivalent to about $65 US, right? It just depends on what kind of lifestyle you wanna lead. And you gotta be honest with yourself, okay? Because at first, my first couple weeks, because I like to think of myself as adventurous, you know what I'm saying? And my first couple weeks here, I was staying with some Rastafarian brothers that I met who had an extra bedroom, and they all went and like stayed in the other room and let me stay in this bedroom by myself. They're from here and they have a nice place, but they have like an outdoor kitchen and an outdoor toilet. So I really got a chance to experience kind of a lot of different levels of socioeconomic status in order to figure out what really worked for me. Because I thought I was going to come here and be like a brand new me and be able to, live at a different kind of standard, but that ain't what happened. So yeah, you just got to be real with yourself about what you want. If you are cool with that, maybe not having things like AC or not like, or being okay with having a squatter toilet, or things like that. I would say
they don't. Africa, I have not seen a house with an AC in it. They have the wall unit, like a little wall unit. But that thing blows snowballs. That wall unit is more effective than the AC. It blows snowballs. That wall unit.
Yeah, that's I have ACs in here, and it's like it's freezing in here.
AC, right? Like okay, AC, the thermostat, or like the wall
unit. What? When you say AC, you're talking about
the fan comes down. They go beep beep. The air like the wall unit, and you got the remote.
Yeah, exactly, right here.
Yeah. You don't have like central air like we have in America, where you just
no, it ain't no central air. That ain't
yeah.
Air to everybody that's watching. No, it ain't no central air. I just mean like an air conditioning unit where it blows out, but it's not like however the central areas in the U.S. No, that ain't. I haven't seen that at all. But there are a lot of places now that have like AC units inside because they know we're here, we're coming, and it's hot. So yeah. But this time of year, it's not super hot. You can like during the day, I have the windows open and I'm good. Like it feels so nice. It's just at night I keep my windows closed so I don't have to think about mosquitoes. Right. So
You know, it's
Yeah.
funny. So before I first came, 2011, before I came to Tanzania, I was
Mhm.
asking questions about the mosquitoes. Like there
Mhm.
are more mosquitoes in Atlanta during the summertime than in Tanzania. Like I counted only 2 mosquitoes the whole time. Meanwhile, in Atlanta, I go outside, they just all over the place.
Yeah, North Carolina, same thing. And here too, it honestly depends on like where you are and how high up you are. There's some places that I've been where I don't really see mosquitoes like that on the regular, but then there's other places that I go to and the mosquitoes are everywhere, and especially at night. That's mainly when you gotta like, that's when they come out to play is at nighttime.
And that time they come
So
out.
I'll be outside at night. I did that one night. I was out late trying to, get my party on the beach, and they tore me up, my ankles, tore my ankles up. So
Yeah, why,
yeah,
why,
that's
why do okay, mosquitoes like elbows and ankles? Like why do you know? Do you know why? Elbows and ankles, like the elbows and the ankles, they be tearing me up out here.
I don't know. I guess those are the body parts that look most succulent to the mosquitoes. I have no idea.
All right, let's hear. Oh, guys, real quick announcement. So we have 2 more days of fundraising, today and tomorrow. So, guys, I have adopted a school. Let me share the screen real quick. I adopted a school in Sierra Leone, in both Sierra Leone. So basically, I am raising money to cover school fees. Hold on one
Awesome.
second. So, guys, go to africapersonified.com. Again, go to africapersonified.com. My, as in our nonprofit 501c3, your tax contributions are your contributions, donations are tax deductible. Basically, go to africapersonified.org, everyone, and then go to, okay, there's a little things. Come on, don't freeze on me. There you go. Go to ways to help, click on donate, right? And then click on the donate today. Again, the donate today button to make your donation and to see the school. All right. I actually had the opportunity to visit the school. Let me hold on one second. Let me stop this real quick. I actually had the opportunity to visit the school back in January when I was in Salone. Everyone, real quick, let me pull up video of the school so you guys can check it out.
Dope.
It's on my YouTube page, everyone. It's on my YouTube page. You know, Miss Conte, she's Sierra Leonean, moved to the United States of America, saw that her calling was to come back to Sierra Leone. So she returned and she opened up a school, had the opportunity to visit. Hold on one second, guys. Where am I? 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 Hold on one second. Here we go, right here. Bam. All right, guys, I just want to share the screen to show you guys the school. Oh, here we go. So that's Miss Conte. This is the school. That's me right there. I give a little speech as well.
That's your color right there.
Yeah, that's my color. Yeah, that's my color. That's that teal blue joint. Yeah.
Yes.
Hold on one second. Let me so you guys can see the kids perform for us. You know, we pulled up. Okay. I mean, all these commercials. Okay. It's all good. Need that ad revenue. There we go. So there's me. Kids perform for us. So, you know, that's what we're doing. So we're covering school fees, everyone. You know, just doing my part. Just doing my part, everybody. Just doing my part. Again, if you want to call in. Hold on, no. Hey, hold on, y'all. Hold on. I had on sandals. Okay, no, hold on. Stop the show. I had on those not my toes. Okay, that was dirt. Oh, my shoes. I had my shoes. No, y'all not gonna try me like that. Y'all not gonna try me like that. All right, that was dirt. All right, just it was dusty outside, dirt, and that's not. I had on moccasins. I had on shoes. Okay, I had on shoes.
I'm
Everyone, and that dirt was on my shoes. All right, y'all not gonna try me like that. All right, I'm not
done.
that ashy. Don't be trying me like that in the chat room. Y'all don't be like that. Don't be
That
trying
is
me
funny.
like that. Whatever. Oh, man, my book done fell. Y'all done made my book fall down. Okay,
Y'all
don't
done
be.
ship them. See? Come
Yes,
on
y'all done
now.
made my book fall down. Try me like that. Okay, so guys, again, if you want to call in, Uhuru at searchforahuru.com, Uhuru at searchforahuru.com. Go ahead, send me the email. You can call in and ask your question, everyone. So Tanzania. So what do you? So are you going to set up permanently in Tanzania? Or are you just moving where the spirit tells you to move? Like what? Like what's your plan?
Yeah, the latter. But I'm open to move if I'm called to move. That's how that goes. So yeah, I mean, there are things that may change my situation, but we'll see. We'll see.
Mm-hmm. Tiffany, will
Look.
you or won't you oil Dinah's feet? Here we go, man. Listen. I had on shoes. Those was not my toes showing like that. I had on shoes.
Ooh, this dude is funny. Will on his feet. Well, he's all the way in Georgia, so. I'm so done that he asked that. Will, won't you?
Somebody's asking. I guess this is a makeup. Shout out to Franklin, everybody in the chat room. Someone's asking, "Do you have on foundation?" Like,
I might. I have some powder, some Bare Minerals powder, but I really want somebody to bring me. If you are coming to Tanzania soon, I need some things. But yeah, I am. I got on some eyeliner, got on the lipstick and such. So, but I can't be giving y'all all my secrets. Maybe we'll do that over on my channel.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So if you guys have not subscribed to Miss Tiffany Okafor's channel, youtube.com/Tiffany Okafor. Go there. Go subscribe.
Yeah.
Go subscribe.
Through.
So how have the locals received you in Tanzania? Like how have they received you?
Yeah, they received me really well. I mean, because I am here to receive them really well. I haven't had any issues at all when it comes to interacting with Tanzanian people because they are peaceful, they are nice, just like anybody else. When you go anywhere, you're kind to other people, and people are typically kind to you. So I've only had people, the Tanzanian people, want to assist me in any way that they can. Now, I have had, some people, just like anywhere else you go, that you meet and you don't necessarily vibe with, but you just keep it pushing. But mostly for the local Tanzanian people, everybody that I've met has been like so helpful, always just willing to help me. What are you laughing at? Somebody's comment?
I'll read the chat room. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But yeah, no, that's been great. They're receiving me well here, and especially too because I'm learning Kiswahili, Najifunza Kiswahili. Like I'm a very super.
Mokawe Yoruba. Mokawe Yoruba.
Okay, go
Mokawe.
ahead, go ahead, boy, do your thing. But yeah, I think that when you come here and you have an interest in people, interest in the culture, like you're so like I've been so welcomed in so many people's homes, and it's been like amazing because I just want to learn as much as I can, and people see that, so they trying to help me basically, you know.
That's good. Okay, how the men treating you? How are the men treating you? Like, have you found someone there? Like, are you dating? Like, how's that going?
Why are you asking? Y'all ask him why he asking that. Why you want to know?
Because I'm curious. I'm curious. I'm asking. I'm curious.
How do I say this?
Oh God.
When I first got here, and I'll say this just about like in general, like you mentioned that a lot of people have been commenting on how I look. I put, I work out in things and make sure I feel good in this body of mine. So when I first got here, Everybody was claiming that I was their wife. Woo! Everybody had heard somehow through something that I was their wife. That happened like a lot, and it wasn't just Tanzanian men that I was meeting; it was American men that I was meeting. Everybody was convinced that I was their wife. So part of my adjustment period when I first got here was just like, what did I press something in the spiritual realms that all of a sudden like just what is going on? Yeah, people, but the guys are nice. Like I said, the culture is different here. People are very peaceful, so they're not super blunt. But if a guy is into you, oh, he's gonna let you know. Okay, he's gonna let you know, and you're gonna know. You don't have to guess about it at all. It ain't none of that. You're gonna know if he's interested. You're gonna know if he's interested for. You're gonna know the reason that he's interested too. Yeah. So ain't nothing to worry about, ladies. And if you want one, you can get one because we have privilege here, and I think that's
expand on that. Expand on that.
I just mean that like we come. First of all, our money is the U.S. dollar here allows you to be able to live well if you want to, even if you weren't able to live well in the United States. All right. And so that just gives you like a certain level of privilege, things that you are able to um, afford that maybe, the local people might not be able to afford if they haven't reached that kind of level yet. It's just a reality.
Black Opal, go ahead.
I like that
Hey,
name.
I just wanted to ask, how did you choose where to go, particularly?
Mhm.
You say you're in Tanzania, correct?
Yes, that's correct, Black Opal. I'm in Tanzania. Do you mean about which city or which country?
Country.
Okay, cool. So for me, I felt like an urgency to get to the continent like as fast as I could. That's just how I felt personally. And at the time that I came, which was in early July, Tanzania was the country that was like easiest to get to. Because I said, look, if I'm already gonna make this big adjustment to move across the world to a whole new continent, I want to make everything else that I can as easy on myself as possible. And at that time, Tanzania was like the easiest place to get to. I knew that like there was going to be some major adjustments happening because it's a different continent. And so choosing Tanzania just made things a little bit easier for me in the beginning because there wasn't any COVID test or anything that I had to do when I came. And I was also a little paranoid about that test because have y'all seen the videos of people sticking that thing all the way?
That done.
I had to do it twice.
It's the worst.
So I do it twice.
It's the worst.
I
cried.
Yeah.
It's the worst. Like,
Hey, Black Opal, Black Opal, turn on your camera. We need to see you.
Why?
Because we need to see you.
I'll put
Turn
a
on.
picture.
You need to turn on your
Right
camera,
now.
Black
It's
Opal.
Sunday.
Turn on your camera.
I'll give y'all a little
It's
tease.
Sunday. She chilling. She got her hair in cornrows. Come on, let her breathe.
No,
Let me stop real quick.
I'll put a Hold on. Let me upload a picture. I don't wear cornrows. I got locks.
Okay, well, we need to see you, Black Opal, because I need to know who I'm talking to.
Why you suspect of me?
That's a slick way of saying it.
Yeah, I need to know who I'm talking to. Yeah. Go.
Oh shoot! Sorry.
What is this?
Let me do that again. Sorry.
What is that?
Why don't you just turn the camera on?
Hold on. I'm like
turn the
extra
camera
slow.
on.
How do I do this? Well, I have another question in the meantime. So, considering I've heard Tanzania, well, I'm from Kenya, and I know Tanzania speak Swahili.
You're
I'm
Kenyan?
sorry?
You're Kenyan?
Yes.
Beautiful.
I am
okay. The questions you were asking yesterday, that's not very Kenyan. Are you in Kenya? Or are you in America?
I was born in Kenya, came here in 2003. Everybody in my family is Kenyan. It's only two of my siblings, me and my sister, who are here. The rest of my siblings are home.
Okay, all right.
I am 1,000% Kenyan. There you go. Are you satisfied with my picture?
But you live in America, so you're very
Yes,
Western.
I
You're
live
very
in Jacksonville,
Americanized.
Florida. No, I was just asking.
No,
I was
I
trolling
won't
a
talk
little
about that.
bit.
I'm sorry for even bringing that up. We're not going to talk about
Yeah,
that
I
here.
was
So
just trolling a
ask your
little
second
bit,
question.
but
No. Ask your second question. I'm sorry for bringing that up. Go ahead.
okay. Well, so considering Tanzania speaks Swahili predominantly, and they speak proper Swahili, not like it's kind of different from what we speak in Kenya. How are you navigating with the language? Are you finding that it's easy? Do you feel like you really need to learn it? Because I know some people have said like, especially if you go in like the villages, they speak less English than let's say in like in Kenya or other countries.
Yeah, I mean, I would say even if you're not in the villages, like people speak Swahili, son, like everywhere. So yeah, it definitely like um I've been learning and I am trying to learn as fast as I can, mostly because I like to have really deep conversations with people. And right now I'm only able to have like surface level conversations. I'm having an easy time navigating though, because, communication isn't just verbal. So I use the Swahili that I know. And then often I allow myself to play a game of charades in order to act out what I'm trying to say. If there is like a huge barrier, I always find ways to communicate. And now that I've been here for a couple months, I have like a whole bunch of people that I can just call up if I really can't communicate, and they can help me. So it's cool because I got people. Yeah.
Have you met any expats yet? Because I know
Yeah. We're deep
there's a
here.
large community
Deep,
there.
deep here in Dar and in Arusha. Like we're deep here. There's a lot of us here. Everywhere I go, like, and especially the first couple of weeks, everywhere I was going, I was meeting people because you hear the accent, you're just like, oh, where are you from? Where are you from? Oh, then the person says like, oh, we got this group. You should join this group and that group. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of us here, and that makes things a lot easier too.
In 2011, like I think I was the only Black American in Tanzania outside of Pete O'Neill, the O'Neills, the Black Panther in Arusha, and Jackie Robinson's
Okay,
brother. Like, when I visited 2011, I
you were
couldn't find
the
any
only.
Black American.
You hear the statement? Y'all hear the
What'd you say?
statement? You were the only Black American in Tanzania.
I mean, I couldn't find any other Black Americans in Tanzania when I was there in 2011. Like, except
Yeah.
for there's Pete O'Neill, his wife, and then I guess Jackie Robinson.
Well, back
Mm.
then the social media wasn't like it is now, so people weren't really putting it out there. I'm sure there were plenty, but people were kind of more low key back then. And my last question would be, I know I've heard Tanzania is a little bit more conservative.
Mm-hmm.
Have you experienced any of that firsthand? I know I've heard of like some people being chased down and because like they wore like maybe a short dress or something like that. Have you experienced anything with that? How do you feel about that?
Well, first of all, people don't typically chase me because I'm 6'1", honey. I'm very tall. So people don't typically come at me in all kinds of ways. They might come at other people. But before I came here, that's something that I made sure that I researched about. So I pretty much got rid of like a lot of mini dresses and mini skirts because I'm like I said, I'm tall, so my mini skirts were like mini.
Right.
I got rid of a lot of those, and I keep myself covered up when I'm going out. When I do go out though with like the other expats or repats, whatever you want to call them, the other Black Americans, that's when I might let a little more skin show because we're all hanging out together and people will know us. When we're all hanging out together, people can see you from a mile away because they hear the voices and everything. So people are way more lenient when they know you're not from here and you wear stuff like that. So I tend to only do it when I'm going out with that group, where it's things that are a little more revealing. But other than that, I stay covered up for the most part. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what is your plan? Like, do you have a plan? Do you have a dream? Like, what is your motive? Like, if that's not too
My motive.
personal. Yeah. Like, I know some people want to start a certain business, or some people just want to travel around the continent. Like, what are you looking forward to doing, or you're just like going day by day?
Yeah, so there are a few businesses that I have in mind that I do want to start here. But right now, I've only been here for a few months, and so I only have the business that I've already had. But yeah, I have some ideas. I won't go into detail about those because that is personal. But yeah, there's some things brewing.
Okay. That's all.
All right, appreciate it, Black Hole.
Like Opal.
Shout out to Fatima, my old roommate. She wants to know. Okay, so now you've been there. Obviously, you've extended your visa, I guess. So do you have like, how does that work as far as if you want to stay longer? Like, how's that process?
Yes, I'm here as a tourist right now,
How
and
long
that
is
is
it for?
the tourist visa. It's weird to explain, but here it goes. It's for 1 year, right? That's
Oh,
a
wow.
multi-entry. It's a multi-entry visa. That means that you can leave and go and come back and do all that stuff for an entire year. However, there's a limitation on that, in that you can only be in the country for 90 days at a time on a tourist visa. So, in regards, following up to the question that the last that Black Opal asked at the very end there, there's a business visa, there's a student visa, there are other type of visas that you can get, and working on one of them. So, because having to leave every 90 days, it's not where it's at. I would like to leave every 90 days just to travel if I want to, but being mandated, like that's nah. So we working
So,
on other things, other alternatives.
so what would you do? Like, just go to Uganda or Kenya and come right back, or well, see, you're in Dar, so you're in like some more southern Tanzania, right?
Hmm.
So that's close.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you can go to any of those places. You just got to leave the country. You got to leave the country, and then you can return. Doesn't matter where you go. You just got to go and then come back.
All right. Fatima says, "Good luck with immigration once your tourist visa is done."
Thank you, Fatima. There's already the way has already been made for me. I appreciate that. We covered on all fronts out here.
So you mentioned, so you're right. So Tanzania was one of the countries that didn't necessarily shut down because of COVID, from my understanding.
From my understanding too, because I wasn't here during their sort of shutdown, but I do know that like people were wearing masks and they did actually shut down. People say that they didn't shut down. They didn't shut down, I don't think, in the way that we did in the United States. But I know that there were places that were closed, and I know that people were wearing masks from what I've heard from people who've been living here for a while.
All right, let's see here. Guys, if you want to ask a question, we'll take two more callers, two more. All right, so again, Uhuru at search for Uhuru.com. Send me an email. It's in the chat room. Uhuru at search for Uhuru.com. Send me an email and I will forward you the link. And you guys could call in and ask your question. I heard that with a 90-day visa, you have to go out of East Africa. Is this true?
No. You just have to, for here, I can only speak about Tanzania. You have to leave the country. So that means you can't go to another East African country. You just have to leave this country.
Okay.
From what I know, I never heard that before.
Yeah, that's crazy. So you just step your pinky toe outside the border, get your passport stamped, and just come right back.
Yeah, you could potentially.
Okay. Guys, again, if you want to call and ask Franklin, call in, Franklin, call in. Send me an email, Franklin, and call in.
Yeah, Franklin. Why are you so adamant about Franklin calling in?
Call in, Franklin.
Go ahead, Franklin. Come through, Franklin.
Yeah, call in. So, what else I want to ask you? So, I haven't been, like I said, in a while. So I know Dar es Salaam is. I remember when I was there, the traffic was terrible.
Yeah.
What? I'm trying to think what's new. I haven't been since 2012. So I wonder what's new. If they develop some stuff. Like, for example, have you been to Arusha yet?
Not yet.
When I was there in 2011 and 12, there was only one stoplight in the whole city.
In Arusha? Okay.
Just one stoplight. And it's like 400, 500,000 people. There's just one stoplight.
Yeah.
And so traveling sister said that's changed now. So I'm just like, literally, it was just one stoplight in the whole in the whole city. So Black Opal, you're back. Go ahead.
Are you single?
Talking to me or Dynast?
You. Look at Dynast's face.
A lot lately on my channel too.
Huh?
Yes, I am single. Mm-hmm.
Okay, because they getting fresh out here in the comments. I'm just asking.
Really? I can't see the comments.
I
can't see the comments. If you're really trying to get fresh, support a sister first. You know what I'm saying? Buy the book.
Cash app. If you're trying to get fresh,
get that guy right.
Exactly.
First.
I'm just saying, support. I appreciate that, and I tend to, look at those people a little quicker. So,
speaking of which, so how are the men's?
How are the men? Well, they're fine, and I mean fine. Like you'll see a lot of them that are very beautiful.
Like fine.
Yeah, just fine. Yeah, that's all I can say. There's a lot of men here. There's a lot of men everywhere. Are some are amazing, some others, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere you go. So yeah, you just gotta, anytime you meet anybody, take your time, get to know people. That's what I would say.
Have you met any male expats? Because I see a lot of female expats, but I don't see.
I know,
I feel
right?
like there's more female expats. I don't know if it's just because I watch a lot of female videos, but that's what I found.
There are some guys here. A good amount of guys here too, but I will say that in every group that I'm a part of, like where we've actually like met in person and stuff, is way more women. But there are like a good amount of guys here, a good amount of single guys. You saw from the beginning, I told you, there were guys here claiming that I was their wife in the when I first got here, American and Tanzanian. So there's a lot of guys here. A good amount, just way more women. And I find that like there are more women that are like quicker to make videos and be on the internet than some of the guys here. But we out here, men and women.
Now, Tiffany, you say you stay with rosters. Now, my experience with rosters all over Africa, is rosters be out there half cooning. They only chase big white women. All the rosters know they only chase big white women.
In Jamaica, I've heard that they're encouraged to be with. I've been with, well, not been with, but I know a Jamaica who said his dad preferred him to be with a white woman. So that happens sometimes.
Now, Tiffany, were your rosters half cooning? Yeah. Are they half cooning out there in Tanzania?
No, the guys that I stay with, like I told you, they all lived in this 2-bedroom apartment, and they all went in the same room and like slept there and let me sleep in that room. They not on that. They were really like super woke, actually.
Do they do the Ganja?
No, they be woke, but they be half cooning.
They be
still big white women. Like every roster I see, old big white women. Africa. No matter where I'm at in Africa, I see rosters. They're near the beaches. They just got just snow bunnies and.
Nope, it was none of them. None of them were like Beach Boys. None of them were. I did meet a Beach Boy here though. Ooh, like the first week I was here. But none of them work on the beach as sex workers. None of them were all of them. They were all very much like Black relationships only. So, yeah.
Okay, that's all. I'm out.
All right, no problem. Go ahead, Cube Comfort.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Channel. I've been, following Dynas for a while now, and I must say, very impressed at what he's doing. Very motivating. And my wife is Tanzanian. We just bought some property out in Dar es Salaam, and we bought.
Nice.
Hey, Q, can you explain that process? Because I mean, now from understanding, is you only can do a long-term lease, or how's it work?
Well, my wife's she's a citizen, so we're using her. So I, legally I don't own there, but she's the one that owns it. But since we're over here, the easiest way for being able to get that going is her cousin. We gave him power of attorney, and so he was doing all the work, and then we sent money every step of the way, and so we just kind of finished that off, and that's what's up. So I mean, it doesn't seem like for me it wasn't a difficult process, but again, I did have an anchor over there. I have a relationship with the continent that I guess not too many other Americans or Caribbeans have. So that's that. But what's needed over there? I mean, I've been following Art Kathy a lot and listening to a lot of what she had to say about her experiences over in Gambia. But I've been looking for more of what's going on out there in Tanzania with regard to us and how how our experiences over there, what we can deliver. So Yeah, I mean, over here in America, I'm an HVAC guy, HVAC and appliance repair. So that's kind of what I'm hoping to kind of bring to the table out there. That's my skill. Have you been paying any attention to that, Miss Okafor, out there? What's that looking like? Is it the Chinese and the Indians running that? How's that look?
So you say you were. I'm sorry not to cut you off, Tiffany. I'm so sorry. Not to cut you off. But Cube, you say you do appliances as well.
Yeah.
Because like with your HVAC expertise, can you do like the little wall units? Because I've never seen like central air in any, except for maybe hotel. Well, not even hotels, bro. Right. I'm trying to think like the nicer hotels. Do they have? Yeah, the nicer hotels will have like central air. But outside of that, like even you'll walk into these mansions and it's just the wall units. Like they don't really do.
Those wall units, they're called ductless mini splits. They're actually a lot better, in my opinion.
They are. They blow snowballs.
Oh, fact.
Yeah.
Yes.
Central air holds on to that whole central air model because the big companies like Carrier, Train, or whatever, they're like lobbyists, and they get to kind of get whatever they want. But as far as those ductless mini splits that you see all over, like, I don't want to say third world, but I mean everywhere outside of America, Africa, the Caribbeans, even in Europe. Yeah, man, they're extremely efficient. And they get the job done, superbly. Americans look at them a little weird over here.
Right.
But yeah, but that's kind of what I'm trying to get when I get out there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know anything about that particular field, but I just think that if you have that skill set and you are entrepreneurial, that you can do well here, especially because there's such like a big expat repat community here. So I always think it's like super smart to focus there first. And also there's a neighborhood here called Masaki, which is supposed to be, it's basically like the richest neighborhood in Dar, and that's where a lot of foreign people are. So I think because if English is your first language and if you don't speak Swahili, it would always make sense to sort of market to foreigners and other repats. But what I can do, because a lot of people have been asking me that recently, I think I'm going to make a video about like business opportunities here, like what that looks like for us and how to go forward, because people are starting to ask me that a lot more, and I need to do some more research. So I can do that for you. Cube Comfort. Make sure if you don't mind, subscribe to the channel, and I'll get that video up. I need to do some more research though for you because I don't know anything about.
One more question before I peace out. All right, I'm in Baltimore, and there's a lot of money in the hoods out here.
In Baltimore?
Yeah. So what about out there in the what you would consider the hood? Is there a lot of potential for investment and revitalization and all that sort of stuff going on out there in the hoods here? Because we see what happens when our areas get gentrified in the United States. We'd have places like Harlem, South Bronx, Washington, D.C., Baltimore, and so many others. There's a whole bunch of places in Atlanta, too, where they were considered no man land, and then eventually somebody decided to put their sights on how, they're desirable, they're pricing out people out of the area. I don't want to price anybody. I kind of want to add some value to my existence when I get back to the continent. So what do you think? I mean, have you gone to any of these areas? Have you had any thoughts on what you could probably do to bring that would contribute to the lifestyle of the people out there in the hood?
I mean, so here's the thing. Poverty is rampant. So there's a lot of hoods everywhere. Even like where I live, the buildings that are all like right next door to where I live are super nice, but then like down the road, you know what I'm saying? So I really think when you come here, like you're going to be contributing to the people because you're going to be buying food from the people. You're going to be getting everything that you need. Like you're going to be giving money to the people in the way that they best need it, and you're always like welcome to tip them and all that kind of stuff. But here, as far as like the neighborhoods that are not wealthy, there's nobody trying to revitalize those neighborhoods or move into those neighborhoods. It's just not what it is. And those people typically, they own that where they live at, or at least it's like they rent it for like 99 years. I believe that's how it is here in Tanzania. So, and then they pass it on to their children, basically own it. But yeah, there's none of that here, So maybe that is an opportunity for you. But again, as far as those sort of opportunities, I need to do more research.
All right, cool. Well, I'm gonna definitely subscribe to you. And Dinus,
oh, thank you.
I'm gonna try to, I'm gonna hit you up more often because I really enjoy the content and I want to, be a part of it. I'm excited about what you guys have been putting out here into the universe. So, everybody,
nice.
Appreciate it, brother.
And
guys, hit that like button. We have almost 450 people watching. Hit the like button. Stop being stingy with those likes. Hit that like button.
All right, man.
All right, brother. Appreciate it, man. All right, Franklin. I see you in the chat, Franklin, playing matchmaker.
Because you were calling this guy so much.
Hi. Tiffany.
How far?
I did, man. Waiting day. So what's up, man?
All is well, man. I mean, go ahead, Franklin. You the mic, the show is yours. The floor is yours. Go ahead.
Well, yeah. What do you want me to talk about? Yeah. Well, I see Tiffany, glistening and glowing, and taking all the attention and stuff. So yeah, what's up? What's up, Dynast? What's up? What do you want me to talk about?
No, man, just Tiffany's in Tanzania. It's just we are proud of her. We are so happy that she made that jump and she's in Tanzania. Doing her thing and just glowing and
I'm on my way out too, bro. The motherland is the way forward.
When are you leaving? When are you leaving?
Pretty soon. I'm just trying to sort out, one or two things here in the UK, and then motherland is the way forward, bro. Definitely.
Yeah.
So, and then when I get to the motherland, my content would change completely, and I need to blow up YouTube, man. Motherland is the way forward, bro.
It is.
Definitely. Yeah.
Shout out to where are you moving to when you go to Nigeria?
Nigeria. I'll be probably been Ibadan or something. Yeah.
Ibadan. Okay, Ibadan.
Yeah.
You know what? There's a decent repack community in Ibadan. I could connect you.
Have you ever been to Ibadan?
Yes, I have. I've been to Ibadan. I've been to Oyo.
Yeah, that's your state. That's the state.
Yeah,
I grew up there. I grew up there. Did some growing up there. My family lives there. Parents live there. So yeah, it's awesome. So Tiffany, do you go to Nigeria?
I have a question first. Why is it that Dennis was so adamant about getting you to come on the chat? He was like, Franklin.
The reason he was making comments in the chat. Just call in.
What were you saying? Because that made me nervous. When I saw him smiling and telling you to come in the chat, I was like, what's about to happen here? What were you saying?
No, you're fine.
No, I was asking Tiffany, how often do you go to Nigeria?
I haven't been to Nigeria yet.
Oh.
And I'm going soon. Yeah.
Well, you've never been to Nigeria?
I've never been, no.
Why?
But I'm soon.
So why Tanzania then?
Tanzania for the reasons that we already discussed. And Nigeria not yet is very personal. So I won't be sharing that just yet, but I will be sharing that on my channel when I go. So
all right.
Subscribe.
So you're gonna carry on living in Tanzania, right?
As of right now, yes, that's correct.
So what are the brothers out there in Tanzania like? Because I know Dinus was asking questions. Are you single? Have you met any Mutumbos in Tanzania?
I've met some very nice men here. I am single because I'm not married. You understand? So yeah, the guys here
do you want to get married? Do you want to get married? Like, do you want to have children?
Of course, yes and yes. I do.
Nice.
But yeah, the men are nice here, like everywhere else. Some are nice, some are not. That's what it is.
So far so good. You love it in Tanzania, right? Do you have any issues with cultural differences and stuff like that?
Sometimes the language difference, it can be challenging.
Right.
But I've met a good amount of people here who are always willing to help me, and I'm learning the language as quickly as I can. And I'm not afraid to I'm not afraid to act out what I mean or pull up a picture of what I mean to get my point across and try to communicate in a way that both of us can understand. So I haven't really faced like a lot of issues when it comes to that either. But that's like the biggest challenge I think I faced so far is the language barrier.
Right. Do you speak Igbo?
A little bit. Are you Igbo?
No, I'm Yoruba.
Oh, okay. Like Dynast.
Mhm.
Well, Dynast bought into the Yoruba. Dynast is not. Are you Dynast? Have you got Yoruba in you somewhere?
Yes. There's Yoruba all throughout me.
Awesome, man. Awesome. So, what would I say? I was going to ask Tiffany something. So, I've been listening. Enjoy the show so far. So, what do I say? With you being in Tanzania and stuff like that, do you have plans to sort of at some point create employment and stuff like that?
Yes. I just want to point out that you're asking some of the same questions that Black Opal already asked and I've already answered. But
my bad.
Yes, it's all good. She asked about the men in the business too. But yes, that's part of the plan. Like I said, I'm doing a lot of research here to figure out what is the best opportunity for me, and we'll see. There's some things in the works.
Right. Okay. So, I heard some people saying stuff about Tanzania doesn't allow dual nationality. I'm not sure how true is that.
They don't.
So,
Yeah.
what does that mean for you then, Tiffany? Are you going to say goodbye to your U.S. citizenship?
I don't know. I don't know right now.
Or you might have to leave Tanzania if that's the case.
No, I won't be leaving for that reason. If I leave, it'll definitely be for a different reason. But that's only like if I do decide to become a resident, like to get married and all that stuff here, then I would forfeit it. But I haven't made that decision just
No, you
yet.
don't have to forfeit it. You could get married and still be a resident.
Well, I mean, if I get married and become a Tanzanian citizen, then I can't be a U.S. citizen at the same time.
Yeah.
I wasn't planning to give it up. If that's that's the question. I wasn't planning to give it up because I'm trying to make things easier when I do go back and visit my family every once in a blue moon. You know what I mean? But no, that's not in the plans as of right now. But that could change. It could change, but not as of now.
How long have you been in Tanzania for?
I've only been here for a little over 2 months, so I'm very new.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine then. No further questions. You're fairly new, man.
I am very new.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you, Franklin.
Yeah, I'm sure Dynast will show you around.
Yeah. When I come, we'll go to Zanzibar.
Okay.
Zanzibar, that's my old stomping ground. Zanzibar. When I come. Franklin, brother, any other questions?
That's me done, man. I'm just smiling and leaning back here, man.
You didn't tell him to put his camera on.
No,
put your camera on.
But we know Franklin. Like Franklin has his own page, and like we know Franklin. Like I know Franklin.
Oh, okay, okay, friend of the family.
Yeah, I'm not trying to blow the the timeline off with my good looks tonight, man. That's why the camera's off. Thank you, man. Thank you, Dynast, bro. Listen, I'll send you an email, bro. I'll send you an email, right?
Yeah, we still got to connect, Franklin. Let's do something.
All right, brother.
Okay. All right. Sweet. Oh, Dabo. Okay, there we go. So somebody in the chat room said, yeah, Ruby, you have a great point. They're making it so hard now to even renounce your U.S. citizenship, even if you tried.
Okay. Well.
So they're making it hard to renounce it. But the thing is, so if you get married, I'm guessing they're gonna say, "Give me your U.S. passport if you want a Tanzanian one." I mean, I don't know how that works, but you really don't. Tiffany Okafor, go get your Nigerian passport and have a U.S. one. Be a resident in Tanzania, and you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Yes, we've discussed this before, but the people don't know that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sure. My bad. I forgot. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll take one more caller. That's it. I promise. One more. Tiffany, you got something to do?
Something to do? What you mean?
I mean, you
here.
got somewhere to go. Like,
I'm here for the people. We can take.
Here for the people. Okay, guys. We'll take one more caller. We will take one more caller, and guys, please hit that like button. Again, please hit that like button, guys. Again, please hit that like button. Okay, and if you want to call in, Uhuru at searchforuhuru.com, Uhuru at searchforuhuru.com. Black Opal. Oh my, okay. All right, Black Opal. Come on, Ashley. Go ahead, Black Opal.
We friends now. We're friends now. Officially.
Okay, I didn't even mean to come in. I did that by accident, but I might as well. So, I'm not gonna start stuff.
I mean, how you
in the comments nervous? Dinus, you nervous?
Go ahead, Black Opal. Go ahead.
Nervous about what? You're nervous.
I ain't never spoke. So, have you ever been to Nigeria?
Me. Now you asking questions the last guy. Y'all ain't listening to each other.
I'm sorry. No? I'm sorry. I was cooking. I'm sorry.
I've been. Black Opal, what you cooking?
I know you have been, Highness. This
what
is
you
about
cooking?
Tiffany.
Are you in Atlanta? What you cooking? And are you?
I'm sorry.
What are you cooking? And are you in Atlanta?
I'm cooking rice and vegetables and some salmon. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida, but I'm originally from Jersey. I moved to Jacksonville last year because Jersey expensive, but I'm from Jersey.
No, Tiffany has not been to Nigeria, but I've been to Nigeria plenty of times.
We know, Dynast, but I was asking that just because I was gonna say, like, do you plan on getting your citizenship, or your passport or whatever? So right now you're just an American passport holder, if that's not too personal.
That's correct.
Yes, because I know, like, I am an American passport holder, but my Kenyan passport expired, and it's very difficult to get it renewed now because they have like new rules and regulations. So do you plan? Because you have to get like a almost like a sponsor, like someone in Kenya or a Kenyan nationalist has to like kind of sponsor you. It's weird. I don't know.
No, but you're Kenyan. You're Kenyan.
Exactly, but that's what I said. That's what I said.
No, but what I'm saying, it should be easy for you to get somebody to sponsor you if you're Kenyan. I mean, you got family.
Yes, it is. It is. But I just feel like, why should I have to have somebody sponsor me if
do you want your Kenyan passport or not?
I do, but I'm in the process.
So call your cousins or your auntie, your mom, dad, whoever's in Kenya, and have them write that letter and get your passport. Right? I mean, it's what
I will, but it's just like, if I am Kenyan, born in Kenya, raised in Kenya, I should be able to just renew it. Because I'm just renewing it. But anyways, so do you plan on getting, because there are benefits to having a Nigerian passport. And I know you said, I think last time you said your paternal, your father is Nigerian. So I think you can qualify for that. So do you plan on getting that just so you have more access?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And, okay. No, I don't think I have anything more. I don't want to be messy tonight, so.
Okay, Black Opal, we appreciate it, and send me some salmon and rice and all that good stuff. Okay. All right, Brandon, go ahead.
Man, I just wanted to. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
I just want to acknowledge, point out two things. Like, okay, Franklin, first of all, was low key hating. Okay. Every Nigerian dude. Every Nigerian dude I ever meet, dude, be trying to low key come for a brother's woman, man. I can't be letting that happen like that without saying something. And then Black Opal, she's Kenyan, but she got all these reservations about going back to Kenya. Like, come on, bro, it's ridiculous. But anyway, so I was just talking about, I was in the comments. Everybody notices this little chemistry thing between you and Dynast. Clearly, y'all talk outside of YouTube, and we were just wondering, like, we African out here. We just arranged the marriage. It don't matter. You ain't gotta be in love. Y'all fall in love later. So we trying to see how much we gotta contribute towards the wedding. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? How much? What's the bag for the wedding? You feel me? I'm gonna go blow a bag and marry Franklin's high school sweetheart just so he can stop hating on Dynas. You know what I'm saying? Give him something else to worry about, and then y'all could go and let y'all love blossom on the Tanzanian ocean or whatever.
Sierra Leone and Nigeria. Sierra Leone and Nigeria.
Sierra Leone. But I'm just saying, because
Nigeria. Sierra Leone and Nigeria.
Because Tiffany trying to act woke, but I understand. I know women, bro. They, you know, you're a high value male, Dynas. Like, and she sees that. I can see it all up in her eyeballs. She like, look, she just happy to be here with you right now. She like, shoot, I'm for the people. But she really here for you, Dynas. You the main attraction right now. So I was just wondering, like, when we gonna get back? Like, is it a possible thing for black men and black women just to kind of get married based on like just the fact that they have a common interest versus like this westernized? We gotta be having the fairy tale fantasy circumstances, or is it like just a common interest enough to form a bond that grows over time? Like, Tiffany, do you believe in that?
A common interest? You know what I believe in? I actually believe that people should have divinations to figure out if they are compatible. That's what I believe. And also, I'm not out here trying to act woke. I mean, I complimented Dynas. Like, Dynas is fine. We all know this, you know. I'm fine.
Now you saying what we want to hear. Now you saying what we want to hear.
Two people who are attractive can like be friends and can do other things outside of like getting to know each other, but like and on a romantic level. So I ain't out here fronting or nothing like that. I mean,
but y'all like a power couple. Y'all would be like a power couple. Like, this gotta happen. This union has to happen for church and state. It can't be a love thing. It's gotta just be like a generation, equity thing. Like France marrying the daughter over to the King of England's son. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get y'all, in the same vicinity or whatnot. Are you planning on coming back to the States?
No, but maybe I'll slip into Nigeria when he's there and catch him off guard. And
right, I like that. I knew when I saw that bonnet. Man, for real. Like, I was like, she ready, bro. She ain't playing.
Wow.
So
I got on.
Look. So what's up with the apartment rent, man? Like, you kind of dodged that question, but we trying to find out what's the rent on these little apartments so we can see if we can go over there and start some Airbnbs or something. Like, what's the rent? Like $250 a month, $300 a month? What's the move on that?
Oh, I thought I answered that already. So for apartments, because I did talk about.
No, you ducked the question. You ducked the hell out of the question. You didn't answer it.
I definitely spoke about houses and how much the houses cost.
We talked about apartments.
Okay, so apartments, because I looked at a lot of 3-bedroom houses. Like, I already talked about the prices for those, and I looked at a lot of apartments. Now, it just depends on the standard of living for you. Like, what kind of place do you want to live in? Do you want to live in something that's like luxury, has a pool, brand new, like balcony?
Slightly better than the projects. Slightly better than the projects.
Slightly better than the projects. That means that you could find you mean slightly better than the projects in the U.S.? You could find something that's like 200,000 t-shirts.
Slightly better than the projects.
And that's like under $70 US per month.
Right. We just want something where we can actually kill the roaches, not the immortal roaches. You know, when you get too poor, the roaches be immortal. You can't kill them.
This is comedian.
Nah, because I'm about to expand into Tanzania with some business. So I was just like, you were like a source of information for me. So I was trying to find out,
Mm-hmm.
But that's all I want to ask. Thank you so much. You've answered my questions, satisfied my curiosity. And if Franklin be in your inbox, curse him and put a spell on his ass because he was hating hey, the hate was real right there. Try to get on talking all smooth and shit. I hate smooth talking. I hate smooth talking mofos, dude. Trying to come in with the deep voice. He was talking like he was wearing a ascot, Dynas, like he was had a pipe in his hand. Like, get here with that baritone Nigerian voice. He's up to no good. But thank you so much. I appreciate you answering my question.
All right, bro. Appreciate it, bro. Black
Okay, I got a
Opal,
question.
go ahead.
How
Go
much do
ahead.
you think a single person would need to kind of get to Tanzania, approximately, in terms of?
Somebody asked this earlier, and it really just depends on who you are and what your standard of living is. Like, if you're gonna live in a place like what Brandon wants to live in, where it costs like, under $70 a month, I would say that to start out, and this is if you're like super entrepreneurial, already have like a business going on and looking to maybe start other ones, I think that you could come here. I think that you can come here with $2,000 and be able to be okay for a good minute. But like I said, it just depends on what your standard of living is. If you want to be here and live well and like live in a luxurious way and do a lot of things, then you're going to need way more than that. So it's different for every person, but it depends on what it is that you want. And I could give you specific answers based on what it is that you want and what I've experienced and seen so far. So, but that's a core, like, minimum. You don't need a whole lot. You're just trying to get started, trying to get up out of the United States. You want to be in Tanzania, you can do that. You don't have to have a whole lot of money to get started. That's if you're a hustler and you can create opportunities for yourself.
And so I don't know if you covered this previously, but are you just on vacation or you moved your stuff? So did you get rid of things? How did you do with your American life? Like, did you get rid of your housing and items?
Black Opal, when did you join the show? Like, when did you join the show? When did you join
I'm sorry,
the show?
I was backing off. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I don't want to be like Franklin, but I was on and off.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Black Opal. Go ahead.
Yeah, I moved here and I sold a lot of things. Like I sold my car. I was renting though. So, I mean, my lease was already up and it was on a month to month. That was easy. I sold a lot of clothes. I sold a lot of shoes, a lot of purses. I sold a lot of things to be here. Yeah.
Okay. And I assume you don't have a car there.
No, I don't have a car.
So you get around using public transport or taxi? How do you get around?
They have Uber? They got Uber in Tanzania?
Yes, there's Uber here. And I actually made a video about how I get around. It's on my channel, youtube.com/Tiffany Okafor. But yeah, there's all kind of ways to get around. There's Uber here. The Ubers here the only difference is that it doesn't use credit card. You use cash. So when you ride in an Uber, you give your driver cash afterwards. So you everything mostly is like, it's kind of like a cash-based. Exactly. Yes. Yeah, so you just gotta have cash or M-Pesa, which is kind of like, it was mobile money.
M-Pesa, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
I know. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Continue. I was gonna say, do you find what's more convenient or affordable? I know when I was in Kenya, Uber, I think we used a card. I don't remember, but Uber was a bit expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I've heard other people say that. I've heard some people prefer a private driver, so it's not on and off and you're safe and everything. What do you think is more convenient and affordable?
Like for a single woman, you're asking about yourself?
Yes, a single individual, yes.
Mm-hmm. So I think it just depends on what your level of adventure is. For me, I like riding bodas, which are, the motorcycles. That's like, I love that. It's so fun to me. But that's also just because I like being outside. I don't like being enclosed and I don't really like AC like that. So I like that.
Have you done that during the rainy season or during rain?
I haven't been here during rainy season.
They have a lot of accidents. People be showing up at the funeral all muddy and stuff. So just be careful with that.
Everybody's been telling me that. I do appreciate that.
I know my brother's always complaining about that.
Yeah, I've ridden it while it's been raining and I didn't have an issue. But see, the thing is, like, with the bodas, like, I have one driver that drives really well and I know him. So anytime I'm going to take that method of transportation, I always call the same one guy. So I think that makes it like a little bit safer for me anyway. And sometimes I take the garage, and sometimes I take Uber. It just depends. But Uber is not expensive here. And that also depends on who you are too, what's expensive and what's not. But based on like how much Uber costs in the United States, Uber is not expensive here at all.
And So have you eaten out there? I'm not really familiar with
Hey, Black Opal, let
Tanzanian
me
food.
interject real quick. Now,
Yes.
Tiffany. So when I first went to Tanzania, I stayed at the spot called the Tanzanian Executive Suites, which is the name of the hotel. Now, listen, now, guys, don't call me a half coon for this. Don't call me a half coon. But I had the best Chinese food I ever had in Dar es Salaam.
Yeah, I
No,
believe
I
that.
take that back. I take that back. Only other place that had better Chinese food in LA off of Los Feliz. Is it Los Feliz? Los Feliz? Something like that.
Los Feliz.
Yes,
Yeah,
shoot. There's
I
a
used to live
Chinese
in.
Qi dynasty off the chain.
Mm,
Chinese food in Dar es Salaam was it was around the corner from the hotel. The guys don't call me a half coon for eating Chinese food in 2011 in Africa. Don't call me a half coon. But I just had to try it. I did. All right, go ahead, Black.
Okay, I was gonna ask, about the food. Have you had the food? Do you eat out? Do you find yourself cooking more at home? And how are the local markets?
Yes, I've eaten out. Excuse me. Yes, I've eaten out a lot. I've done like a lot of food posts on my Instagram, which is Tiffany.Okafor, so you can see some of the things that I've eaten over there. But yeah, in the beginning, I ate out a whole lot. Now that I'm in my own apartment, I cook mostly because that's like the healthiest thing to do, and that's something that I did when I was in the United States too. I mostly like cook almost every meal and then kind of go out as a treat, just because the things won't be as healthy. Um, you know, that's all.
Do you cook American meals or whatever you usually eat, or do you try some local recipes or local food?
Yeah, no, I've cooked some local recipes too. Like I made ugali, which is basically like fufu but corn based, and I cook Nigerian food too. But the hard part is like, and if anybody has any solutions, let me know. I cannot find crayfish here, and I cannot find palm oil.
You can't find
So
crayfish.
them two things.
You can't find crayfish.
No, like I done been to so many like fish markets, everything, like trying to find those two ingredients. Like nobody has known what palm oil is, and I've shown like pictures of the fruit, the palm fruit, and the oil. Those two things like change the flavor of Nigerian food, and I haven't been able to make the same.
Yeah, but you can't be West African and East African. Like
I can be whatever I choose. That's how I feel. That's how I
you're right.
behave.
I'm sorry, you're right.
But
What
yeah,
I'm saying is
they're gonna have to wait till I go to Nigeria to get what I need.
Hold on. But Tiffany, you trying to tell me you haven't found any Nigerians in Dar es Salaam? I know there has to be a Nigerian.
Especially people. Yes, of course. No, there's Nigerians here. There are definitely Nigerians here. However, I haven't found what I need to make the food that I need. I've met more Nigerian men than I haven't met any Nigerian women since I've been here, but I've met some Nigerian men in passing. So I gotta plug more in to find what I need, basically.
Did you ask the Nigerian man where the palm oil is?
It was an interesting experience. I ain't even gonna go into that story. No, I didn't.
He showed you a different kind of palm oil.
Oh, you gotta go into the story. We got to hear the story. I'm here for it. Go into the story. You asked what's the palm oil.
No, I didn't ask him about any palm oil. It was just this, like the first Nigerian guy that I met when I got here. He was just odd, but he was also like high. So, yeah.
High?
Yeah, he was
on Ganja.
Yeah. I think so.
Do you see a lot of that there?
A lot of what?
Because I know you mentioned that you were hanging with the Rastas, but is it because I know in some African countries ganja is a little bit more open. Like I've heard Gambia, like the young people smoke ganja a lot and it's okay. But in some countries, I know in Kenya, like my dad, to them, like ganja is like crack cocaine, like so to know. So I don't know if you experienced with that.
So I've heard a lot of people say a lot of different things, So
you hang out with Rastas, so you come on now. I know.
No. This is a very particular group of people that I was with when I first got here. For like a few days, I stayed with them, and of course, they're Rastas. All right. Yeah, so what I was gonna say is, before I was so rudely interrupted, sir, that you'll find some people here who think of weed like they think of it in any liberal place in the United States. Like it's not harmful, it's not a demon, it's not any of that. But you'll meet other people who are like,
they think it's like crack cocaine. It's like the worst.
Exactly.
Even cigarettes in Kenya, cigarettes is like crack to them. It's like the worst thing you could ever do.
Yeah, in fact, a lot of people keep telling me not to ride bodas because a lot of the boda drivers smoke weed. That's what some people keep warning me
Yeah,
about. They're
true.
like,
Yeah,
"Don't
and
do
it
it
be
before I
lit in the
ride." And I'm
matatus. They
like,
be playing club music and stuff. Do they do that in Tanzania too, where they play like the reggae music and it's like a club in there?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
reggae
yeah.
music. It's a lot of people play a lot of Nigerian music here too, by the way, and a lot of Tanzanian music too. There's some Tanzanian artists out here winning in these streets. But yeah, you find a lot of in the reggae bars and stuff. Like you'll find a whole lot of because I went to when I was with my Rasta friends, went to a whole lot of Rasta bars here, and they blast reggae. Yeah.
And how is the nightlife?
The nightlife, I would say I wouldn't be able to tell you as much about that because I haven't gone out a whole lot since I've been here, as far as dancing goes. But as far as like going out to bars at night and stuff like that, it's nice. You got to be safe like you would anywhere else. Um, I've been to some really nice bars, some really nice clubs. Not for dancing yet, though. I'm still looking for that. But that is here, though. I'm just saying I haven't gone yet. But I've been to some really nice places that play nice music, nice drinks, and had a really good time. You got to be safe anywhere you go, though, of course. At night, by yourself, right? Got to be
Okay.
extra smart and extra aware. But it's lit. From what I've heard, a lot of my friends who try to get me to go out like every weekend, they say it's like super lit because the clubs stay open very, very late. So
Yeah.
people are like partying, having a good time, coming back home the next day, the next morning, and passing out. Like people are having a good time out here.
Hmm. Do you find
Hmm.
it easy to travel throughout the country?
So far, yes, it's been easy. I haven't had any issues at all. But so far, I've been to Morogoro, which is like maybe about 5 hours away from here, and haven't had any issue at all going or coming.
Okay. What are some places you would like to go to
I
within
want to go everywhere.
Tanzania
Uh,
that you
you
haven't
other
been to?
countries? Wait, I'm
No,
sorry.
places within the country that you haven't
Oh
gone to
yeah,
yet.
I want to go to Arusha. I'm going to Zanzibar soon. I want to go to Mbeya because there's like I know I've met some people from Mbeya and I've heard a lot of awesome things about Mbeya, and that's where all the agriculture is too, or at least that's where a whole lot of rice is grown. Where else? Those are three off top, I would say: Zanzibar, Mbeya, and Arusha. And I want to go to Morogoro again. I have to like. I feel like I have to take people to Morogoro because it's like it's amazing.
Okay, that's all I have because they complaining in the comments. Y'all extra pressed today. I was
All
messy last night, so they still mad about that. By the way, if you don't get why they pressed in the comments.
right. Okay.
Um,
Okay, Flacco. Flacco, we appreciate you coming back on. We appreciate you. Okay. Tiffany, like, what are your thoughts on like polygamy and stuff like that?
my thoughts on polygamy.
Uh-huh.
Um, you mean like, do I think it's right, wrong?
Well, no,
I think.
you personally.
Oh, me personally. So I don't think that there's anything wrong with polygamy. I think it just depends on like if I meet a man who wants to have more than one wife or whatever, like I'm open to that personally.
Okay. Okay. Guys,
Why?
hit that like button. Hit that like
Lord.
button. Right. Hit that like button, you guys. All right, so we'll take one more caller. Okay, one more caller. Again, one more caller, guys.
Oh Lord.
One more caller.
Where did the polygamy thing come up in your mind?
I was just asking, I was just, just inquiring. I was
Okay.
just
Inquiring.
inquiring.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just inquiring. Guys, hit that like button, guys. I put the email in the chat room. We're gonna take one more caller, then we're gonna let Miss Tiffany go. Yeah, Fafa Malal, go ahead and call in. Fafa Malal, I'm gonna send you the link. You'll be the last caller, and then we'll go ahead and close out.
Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would appreciate that. Thank you, everyone. YouTube.com/Tiffany Okafor.
All right, Five from Law, I just sent you the link. I just sent you the link. Somebody said Igbo women are too expensive. Are you expensive?
What does that mean?
I mean, I don't know. Just are you expensive? You know what that means. Are you expensive?
Am I high value? Yes.
Oh, okay. You know what I mean. Are you are you into material things? There we go.
Are we all?
You know, I mean, Tiffany, you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean. That's why I'm asking.
Okay, are you into like
do I have to
are you into
wear
like name brands and are you into like name brands and
I'm into high quality things, but that does not mean name brand to me. Does that make sense?
right, got you.
Mm.
All right, Fafumla Baoni Akabo Egbomi.
Báwo ni, ṣé àlàáfíà ni?
Alafia ni Mowa Eshegono.
Benny. Greetings, Tiffany. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, sis?
I'm good, thank you. Look at Dinah's face. Can you see him? Can you see Prince Dinah? Can you see Oma Over? Look at his face. I think he knows what I called. Hi,
Oh,
everyone. Greetings,
you have a
greetings.
beautiful voice, by the way. Gee whiz.
Um, thank
Beautiful voice.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sister. Thank you. And you're so
Yeah.
beautiful too. We're all, and it's a very positive thing. Make me feel really good to see everyone in the chat room has complimented you on your beauty.
Um,
It's even our Black and African sisters, nobody hating. I love the energy tonight. Miss Black Opal. I don't know about that one over there. But anyway, Dynasty and I have an unspoken communication. He knows why I'm calling. Now, let me ask you this. Okay, this has nothing to do with. I think all the questions have been answered. So, this is a common discussion or thing that comes up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Women tend to say that they're okay with polygamy or polygyny, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But then when it gets real, when husband or significant other is like, okay, I want another wife now. And, so then, what we find is a lot of pretentious, superficial stuff going on. I'm not saying that about you. But this is a topic that was recently discussed. And so, we have Black kings out there that are very capable of having these types of relationships, but our women find at very critical moments that they actually were not prepared. They understand it, they know the importance of it, they accept it, they embrace it, they support it. But once it becomes a part of their reality, everything starts crumbling. And then there's the women who pretend like, again, I'm not in any way directing at you. I mean, he'll tell you that this is, a very, of course, it's a very common topic. We have women that will pretend like they are for polygamy or polygyny, right? Just because they know that that is what the man wants, right? But then the moment, someone's trying to come in, or they find someone, or he finds someone, whatever the arrangement or the agreement is, then the sabotage sets in, and then there's the third scenario there where there is the woman on the outside, the newcomer, whether it is the first wife that found or bonded with this sister, made a sisterhood with someone and said, okay, I think you might be good for my husband, or he found her, again, whatever the agreement is. And that outside woman comes in knowing that she wasn't genuinely for it, but she pretended to be for it. And then, gets in, basically infiltrates the whole thing and starts to turn the husband against the first wife, or, vice versa. What is your take on all three of those scenarios? And what makes you okay with polygyny?
Well, that's deep, girl. So for me, let me just start off by explaining my own thoughts, and then maybe this will answer all of your questions.
Okay.
For me, when it's time for me to build a family, like I want my family to be the most powerful family ever. Okay. So what that means for me is that there might be other people involved in that family. Have I ever been married before? No. So me getting into any marriage is gonna take me and whoever becomes my husband, like having some making sure that we understand each other fully before we even jump into the marriage, making sure that we understand what it is that we both want and that we're both comfortable with before we jump into that marriage. And as far as polygamy goes, like that's going to be something that I would of course need like my husband's help navigating, because I've never navigated that before, just like I haven't navigated marriage before, period. So in my eyes, it is one potential way to make sure that the family unit is strong, to make sure that I have everything that I need, and to make sure that the children have everything that they need. But I would not do that. I would not enter into that type of relationship if I had not already established a strong relationship and bond with my husband. If he was not somebody that we the way I am, I naturally like, we got to talk about stuff. You know, when things come up, when issues come up, we have to talk about it. That's just how I am. So I would only get into a relationship with someone like that, and also someone who I would feel comfortable leading me, you know, like that's just, so I feel that if I choose the right man, that these issues won't be a problem. And if they do arise, I'll handle them when they come up, and it'll be something that we can discuss together, because I won't enter into a marriage with someone where we can't do that. We have to have that
Right.
type of foundation in our relationship. That's just what I think.
Right.
I think with all different types of marriages, a lot of times people jump into them fast because there's so many things affecting us when we meet somebody, when attraction happens. A lot of times it's our hormones when we're at a certain age
Ah,
as
there we
women.
go.
Our hormones jump in and make us be like, oh, we gotta have kids, we gotta have kids, we gotta have kids. And you think you're in love, but that's your body, your hormones, your lust, like responding to this
Right.
person. I think that's one of the things that can make you really jump into a relationship that you don't really want, when you don't really slow down and take the time to become aware of what's happening inside of your body and inside of your mind. And that's like the foundation of how I live my life and the work that I do. So I'm not jumping into nothing too fast. And I think that's where the issues come up at, you know? I hope that
Right.
answers the
Sound
question.
yeah, mostly, yeah. Does that sound familiar, Dynast, my brother
Mm-hmm.
Aburumi? Doesn't that
Mm-hmm.
sound familiar?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
What
Okay.
somebody else
So,
has to do, what happened?
oh, there's a reason why I knew you Sagittarius, somebody in Libra. My moon is in Libra.
Oh, okay.
I'm a Sagittarius sun. It's just I can, I pick, I'm laughing, but also, other things about me. I'll just, but I'm pulling on you. Very good answer, I think. Now, question: could you see yourself ever as being a second wife, like second to someone, like the person already has a existing commitment or relationship with someone? Um, oh, and one more, just to join onto that. Do you think that it should be the husband that seeks a second wife, or if it should be the wife that seeks the second wife?
From the marriages that I know about, it has only been the woman that chose. I
Okay.
think that, I think that either way, whoever initiates it, it's like both people got to choose it. That's what I think, because it can't be. I mean, it can't be someone that the woman thinks is amazing, but the husband is like, ugh. I mean, that's just how I look at it. Anyways, the first question that you
Yeah.
asked me was, that was the second question. What was the first question?
Okay. Right. So if you met a man and he already had a wife and they were looking for a sister wife,
Mm.
how do you see yourself, or would you take that into consideration, being that you are coming in after, what's the best way to put it? Like, okay, amongst Yoruba, it's literally like a hierarchy. And I think
Mhm.
in some Muslim situations too, so there's a hierarchy where we'll find, if there is a traditional or religious structure behind it, then oftentimes that senior wife is, not so much like a sister wife, but like an auntie wife, like, giving orders or calling the shots and stuff like that. And then in more modern times, we find where it's really that's not the case, but that first wife would generally end up being the one to make the final decision on a lot of things. Is that a situation that you could find yourself in, being second wife?
Maybe. I mean, I would just have to spend a good amount of time getting to know the husband and the wife before I make that call.
Right.
But at this point, I'm open.
Okay, and last question for you around this, because this is not why you called in the beginning, but the last question around this is, ideally, how would you want your family structure? What would you want your family structure to really look like, if you had sister wives? Like, would there be roles within the union? You know, is it about empire building? You know, would they live with you? Would you want them to live under the same roof, or would you want them to have their own home? You know, would you rather you all function as one unit, you know, as one machine moving, or live life separately?
I think for me, it would just be, that would be a conversation that I would have at the time, because I'm open, like at this point, I'm open to all options, but it would have to be something that I would have to have a conversation with my husband and the wives to figure that out, because it's going to be based on personality types and a whole lot of other things, you know, like who are they? Can I live with them? Can I tolerate them? Or do they need to have their own house? I won't know that. But I don't know that right now at this time. That's my honest answer.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay, that's good. That's cool. For me personally, I feel like it's very important. This is for everybody listening, you know, in a whole. I really feel like the whole purpose of sister wives is so that, you know, the women can function as sisters. It's a support system for, you know, your husband, for your king, for the family, and that everybody should be a part of one working machine. That's just, you know, how I feel about it. And there should be a bond and a true sisterhood, you know, taking care of each other's children, you know, if need be, one person has to go here, you know, your children are my children, or, you know, and stuff like that. I just feel like it's stronger, because if personalities are clashing in such a sense that they have to be separate, have their own homes,
Are
then
you married?
it would set, hold 1 second, Brandon, I'm sorry. It would also throw the man off balance too. There would be a lot of conflict. It would be very stressful for him. So personally, for me, I think that husband has to be in a harmonious situation, and all the women should really be on, you know, like want the same for him. You know, if it's one husband, then the common goal is to please your husband, to make him happy, or just want to keep him revitalized. You know what I'm saying? Because he's giving to us, he's giving to, and I'm speaking generally because I do believe in polygyny, if anybody's wondering. You know, it's just, I like to ask these questions because there's so much scandal and dirty minded, you know, comments around polygyny and polygamy. And I feel like a part of our survival and unity as a race is highly dependent on a polygynous relationship. Now, people might curse me out in the chat room. I don't care. But if we are going to, you know, talk about going back and reclaiming our roots and heritage and Sankofa this and that and whatever, then we cannot leave that out, especially where women are concerned. We have to be able to look back on what we were doing before it all crumbled. You know what I'm saying? And so the family unit is a very, very important aspect to the African community on a whole. You know, and the saying, it takes a community, or it takes a village to raise a child, one child, is very true. You know, it takes a you know, and I think it takes a sisterhood to build an empire, you know, family business and all of that stuff. I mean, this is a whole nother topic, and it doesn't need another show. We've been there, done that already. But yeah, thank you for sharing your mind on that. And
Are you married? That's my question to you. Are you married?
Brent, no, not currently, no.
Okay, so what I want to say is this. First of all, no unmarried woman should be speaking to any woman about any factor of marriage, polygamy, or otherwise.
Brandon,
Period.
Brandon,
Wait. Let me finish. Let me finish. I let you talk. Let me finish. I'm married. 13 years, about to be 14. I'm gonna speak on marriage. First of all, if a woman has the audacity to go and try to sabotage something that her husband is trying to do, she isn't even fit to be a wife, okay? So the reality is, when you're in a marriage, you're in a partnership, and both partners should want whatever's best for that marriage, right? Now, I'm not going to say I'm a polygamist or anything, right? But here's the reality. If I say to my wife, this is what I think we should do, or this is what I want to do, and this is the reason why, and say I see a woman who I think is fit to be a part of our family. First of all, the woman comes in knowing where she stands from the gate. Look, this is number one. She's been down with me for 14 or whatever years. You coming in new, but we're willing to let you come through and be a part of this, right? This is already working, and we want you to be a part of it. If my wife then went to that person and tried to say things that sabotaged my ability to do what I wanted to do, or to do what I feel is best for the family, she's a traitor to the crown, and she doesn't even deserve to hold that position, and she should be cut off, right? So what we have is people who project their own insecurities onto—
Brandon, one moment, please, before you go any further, because you asked me to not cut you off, but I really wasn't finished. You asked me a question and I answered it, and I gave you the chance. Now, before you have anybody in the chat room go off on me any further, you asked me a specific question. Are you married? And I spoke in present tense. I said not currently. You, Brandon, do not know my past. So don't speak of me in an attacking manner.
I'm not even speaking about you. I'm speaking in generally. Your past has nothing to do with this.
Brandon, you said to me, you said to me, first of all, no unmarried woman has the right to be speaking on this topic. Now, I don't speak about my personal life and exactly what's going on, and I was actually hesitant. I answered you very modestly. So please do not make assumptions about my experience or lack of. Please, okay? I am
okay. So you sound like you were wrapping up when you were like, "Thank you." When you were like, "Thank you for your thoughts."
I'm calling
that
you.
That sound like you were wrapping up.
I'm calling you in a principled manner here, because you started off on defense or trying to put me in my place, so to speak. And
I'm not in defense.
I actually agree.
My point still stands.
Excuse me.
My point still stands. You just cut me off.
Excuse me. I'm trying to say that I actually agree with you. However, you were directing your statement toward me when it does not fit. I've been there, done that. And it is not only the women, sometimes it's the men that cannot get it right. Sometimes it's married men in polygynous relationships who are still being reckless. Yes, you can be in a polygynous or polygamous relationship and be reckless. You can mess up something really good. It can go both ways. All I'm trying to do is redirect your energy away from me, because it doesn't fit. My feet don't fit.
This has nothing to do with you. I'm talking in general terms.
So I'm going to be quiet now.
If you feel that it hits you,
you addressed
that's on you.
No, everybody heard you, and they were even say you combative for no reason. I saw that.
I never even said your name or directed this at you.
All I'm going to say, that I'm going to be quiet. What I'm going to say and be quiet, and then I'll also let Dinah speak on my behalf, because he knows just about everything about me. Now, what I'm going to say is that what I'm going to say, and then I'm going to shut up all the way, is that I'm just going to remind you, you did address me personally. You asked me a question, and you said you did.
I just asked her one question, and this started making my point.
Excuse me. As a Yoruba traditional woman, okay, character assassination is a major offense.
My wife wouldn't even talk to me like the way you talking to me right now, cutting me off and all that stuff.
Brandon, why you so Brandon? Chill out, Brandon. Chill out.
I'm not pressed, Dinah. She cut me off, took over my time. I didn't do that to her. The respect got to be mutual. I don't care who you are.
Yeah, but I was enjoying this conversation between the women, and then we just get all this testosterone. Like I was really enjoying.
Yeah, you came in bopping people over the head, brother. So all I'm trying to say is that character assassination is something I take very personal, and my character means a lot to me, and I know myself. Okay, so I'm just, like I said, redirecting your energy because it doesn't fit. me, and that's all I'm going to say. Anything else out, since you don't realize where you cut into me, I'm going to just leave it on that. Dinus, you can speak on my behalf if you care to. Tiffany, I really love your energy. We're going to vibe some more. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to mute if no problem. I'm here, but I'm going to mute my mic.
Okay.
Thank you, Dinus.
All right, can I continue making my point?
Go ahead. I was really enjoying the dialogue between Tiffany and Fafu Malao. I was really enjoying that, Brandon, but go ahead.
Man, see, Dinus, this is what I'm trying to tell you, bro. That's the problem men make all the time. You got to keep your wife or woman away from these women who already been in bad situations, bro. You think I'm where I am today because my wife goes and entertains all these ridiculous questions and different projection of different people's opinions and feelings on stuff.
But Brandon,
I'm not attacking her. I'm not attacking her. I'm saying, Dinus, this is
okay. But Brandon, I'm trying to figure out where this is coming from. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, let's ask Tiffany. Do you understand?
This is coming from me wanting you and Tiffany to get married, bro. This is something that's good.
But okay, Brandon, hold on, Brandon. Tiffany, in any type of way, did you feel as if Fafu Malao was trying to sabotage anything that me and you might,
You put her on the spot.
I'm not, but I'm just asking her because Tiffany, do you feel like Tiffany, do you feel like the conversation between you and Fafu Malao was constructive?
I feel like we were having a good time, a good conversation. But I always have a good time and a good conversation with people, so I don't be with that other stuff. So yeah,
it's all good. I just Dinus. I feel like whenever somebody takes something personal, the onus is on the other person. It's like, dude, I was just giving my opinion on the situation.
You made it personal because you asked her if she was married. She said no, not knowing that she's been married. And I just felt like
no. That's not why I asked that. I asked that just to gain more perspective on what she was saying, and then I went on and say what I was gonna say. Period. But it's not. That's the thing. I don't know that lady from Adam. I'm not gonna try to attack her. I don't know who she is. I'm just listening to the convo, and I'm like, this is what I know from experience. Now, here's the reality, Dinus. We could do one or two things, and this is what we talk about with the Black community. Are we gonna sit up and cape for something that's unsuccessful, or are we gonna take the time to listen to the thing that is successful? Because at the end of the day, the reasons don't even matter. The results are what matter. So I got some results, and I'm trying to share based on results, right? And then I'm like, yo, this is what my opinion is based on some results, right? Not based on hypotheticals, because all the stuff is hypothetical. Oh, this might happen, that might happen. If you sit and talk about that you can be here all day talk about what possibly could happen. But what I'm saying is, if you don't want all those things that possibly could happen, there are certain things you can do to prevent that from happening. I've done it. I'm not going to speak from a position where I've never done it. I've done it. So, but it's okay. Don't worry. I will relinquish my time to whoever wants to talk, and I'll hop off. But if we want success, we got to talk to successful people. If we want to be stuck in the mud, then you go be stuck in the mud with the people stuck in the mud. But I just thought I had something to contribute of value, but our people have spoken. They don't want the good stuff. They want the love and hip hop type stuff.
But
so
Brandon, I would say this, Brandon. Like, I know Fafu Malao personally. She is giving me nothing but sound advice. Like, nothing but sound advice. So when Fafu Malao is speaking, I listen, because she has given me, again, nothing but great sound advice and counsel since I've known her.
All I can tell you, Dinus, is everything I can tell you is based on experience and success. Not experience and failure. Experience and success. Bill Belichick could tell you something, and Tony Dungy could tell you something. But one got experience and success. So which one you think you should listen to, right? But the thing is, I'm not saying nothing about this lady at all. I don't know her. But the thing, what I'm telling you,
can you please stop referring to me as this lady and Dinah?
Sorry,
I don't like this energy.
I don't want to mispronounce your name.
Can you stop? Can you just stop?
It's Fafu Malao.
Can you please stop? Or just call me sister or whatever, because I'm your sister and I'm not hating.
Okay.
And I ride for Dinus. Dinus knows exactly why I got
Yeah,
on
that's
this
what,
phone
that's what I'm
call.
saying. Like,
And
the Five from
so
Live gives
you
me
really got to chill
sound
out.
advice.
You
So
made a whole
I
bunch
just,
of assumptions, and I'm not going to let you
And totally
continue to put
fine.
that in the
You can
atmosphere.
have the floor. Papa, you can
You
have the
need to
floor.
take that.
I'ma head
Somebody
out.
said Lou Major wants to call in. Is Lou Major around? Somebody said Lou Major wants to call in. Let him come
nah,
on,
he did
because
that. He made it not around. He's not around.
okay, yeah.
And
So
Dinus, I have to go soon. It's like
okay,
past midnight here.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So what we'll do,
okay.
we'll go ahead and close out. Tiffany, go ahead.
Thank you so much for having me. Like, I've enjoyed these conversations with everyone, and I can't wait to go back and read the comments to see what was going on, see what was going on. But I had a really good time. Thank you for having me on today.
We love you. I don't think there was one negative comment
Uh,
about you, and that's the record. So that's what was going on. Nothing but love.
But
oh,
Tiffany,
thank you.
since you're in the middle, like, is there something that I'm missing that Brandon saw that I didn't see? Like, I'm just confused where this was coming from.
What I heard, because I'm just an observer, but what I saw was just like a miscommunication. Because I think that what he didn't see is that when you start a conversation asking someone a very personal question that makes them like open up in such a way, the next thing that comes out of your mouth can't be anything that could be that can be interpreted as like a diss. And I think that he doesn't realize that he did that. Um, and so he just seemed confused because I don't think he remembers doing that or even realized that that's what he was doing. I don't know exactly, I don't know him. I can't see him. I can't read, you know what I mean? I just think that he's not aware of how he came off and the tone in his voice. And no matter what you're saying, those two things can change everything. I don't think that he was as aware of those two things in the way that the rest of us on the outside were. So it was like not gonna really do much to try to convince him otherwise either, because he already decided. You know what I'm saying? When we meet people that have already made up their mind about something, it's kind of like there's no use in continuing to try and change their mind because they have decided. And I just think he had already decided that that's not what he did and he wasn't going to hear it, which that's just me observing. I don't know Brandon though. Sorry y'all had to get in that little argument, but I feel like it's all good. Everybody's good, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Far from love.
It's okay. It's okay. He was, without even realizing it, he said a lot of the things that I talk to Dinus about all the time about sabotage and being careful who you let,
Yeah. That's what I was confused. I'm like, I know me and Far
So
from
it's
Love,
like,
we talk all the time, and like, so I'm just like, Brandon, like, the Far from Love gives me great advice and counsel, like great advice and counsel. Like,
I mean, and it's
I
not
talk
just
to her every
opinionated. I'm
day.
a spiritualist, a lot of I'm a spiritualist, and I'm not afraid to say that, and I'm pretty sure Dennis can vouch for that too. And
Right.
it's really all a matter of energy, just to keep it simple, so, and then coming on and asking, are you married? Just because, that to me, there was a lot of projection in that. He also said, been there, done that, but I don't know his story. So I can't judge him and say that someone in the comments said, oh, she probably messed up her first marriage. And, I was like, oh, okay, there go the assumptions. It's okay. People can think what they want. At the end of the day, just keep it respectful, keep the vibe positive. You know what I mean? And, I detach very quickly. So let's just pretend like that negative shrill didn't happen, and just cut that out and keep this wavelength going,
Okay.
So, all right. I'm happy to have asked you those questions. And Dinus, I'm going to go now. It's getting late over here too.
Okay.
Love to you in the chat room. Love to you viewers. Thank you for your support. Hit the like and share. Thank you.
Okay.
Nice chatting with you.
Likewise.
All right, everyone. Everyone, thank you so much for joining. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time, family, Dinus Amir Search for Huru. Peace.